Right, time for a little demo on the actual MIDI playing device. This is the device on that board. I'll just move the camera so you can see. There it is, look on the board. So, just demonstrate what it does. Remember, you don't get the SD cards. You'll have to buy those yourself. You've probably ordered them anyway. But that's where the SD card goes in. Just simply plugs in the side. The display at the moment has got a plastic front on it, but I'll take that off. It's easy to see the front. Just showing you there's no scratch on it, it's like brand new. Unplug the display. There's the processor with all the information on that makes everything work. Some of the software that's in this is actually downloadable off the internet, free. I can give you the links for that. This is heavily modified though from the original source to work as the way I want it to work. So although it is open source software on it from a guy in Germany, this particular piece of software in this particular chip has been modified by me to make the buttons and the readouts do what I wanted to do rather than what it originally did. The whole thing apparently was originally designed as an MP3 player, then reworked by a guy in Germany, a brilliant guy, fantastic, gives all this away. Circuit boards designed by me, put together by me, built by me. This little preset here, if you wonder what that's for, that's to change the contrast on your display, because depending how you mount it, vertically or horizontally in a particular piece of equipment, you may need to change the contrast. I'll just put that back on. There we go, it's as easy as that. We've got stop, rewind or back one track, play and pause, forward and backwards one track. We've got tempo up and down. It's a multi-switch, that one, but it's all to do with downshifts. That one's a shift and menu, and that one is up through the menus and so forth. So, time for a demo. We'll switch the power on. Sorry about the lighting, I've had to turn all the lighting off to do this. I want a bit more lively. As you can see, it gives all the information on the screen, so now we'll press play. So now we're into pause. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to go speed down. It should actually say T there, but two T's were confusing, so I've changed that for S and T. S being speed. So we'll go back into play and we'll take the speed down. Now we'll take the tempo up. As you can see, it's got a very fast tempo up and down. And now we're going to change the transpose. So although it's marked speed, it is actually tempo. But I think it's obvious why I changed it. And now you do the transpose. The way we do the transpose is obviously we'll have it in play mode. We'll hold the finger on the shift button and transpose up or down using the two buttons either side of the shift button. Right, so we'll now get into the menus. If you hit that button again, it becomes the menus. Now to skip the menus, we just go through the menus using the up and down track buttons. And as you can see, we can change that and we can put monitor on. And then to change anything within that, we use these buttons, and you can see it changes now. Let's have a look what that one's done, and then we'll just press the stop to get out, press the play. Sorry, I hate the forward button. Now this should have put a little graph on it telling you which channels are playing. Just go back into the menus and put that back where it was, because I don't particularly like that. Back to display, which is actually monitor on this. I meant to change it to display. I think it was on 1. Yeah. So as you can see, it's got several options in the menus. You can select drum channel. For some reason that's on 12 and it wants to be on 10, so it's now on 10. So we'll now go up the menus. It's got a track delay, so you can have so many seconds between each track if you want. I've got it programmed onto the actual card, but you can change it within this. That's manual calibration. That's the internal oscillator. You play with that at your peril. That's just the way the software works. I usually put a crystal on. I haven't with this one, so it's using the internal oscillator. That's what that's for. Don't touch it. That's all I can say about it. It's not really a problem, but better off just leaving it alone. You can repeat, which repeats one track. If you change that number, you can make it repeat different tracks. This is a cancellation channel. Some of these things you don't need to play with, but oh yeah, it can do lyrics as well. So if you've got a SD card with the song title on, it'll actually play the lyrics as well. I forgot about that one. I was going to do a demo, forgot it. But there you go. I'll let it play out a little bit for you. One thing I did forget to mention is it's got the standard 5-pin DIN. That's just positive and negative 9 volts, so you could take this off and plug it on your organ or whatever you like, or on a keyboard, or whatever you want to do with it. It's not important, you can use it on what you want. So it's not hardwired apart from the positive and negative, which just goes to a 9-volt battery if you want to use it separately. I think we've heard enough of that. Thanks for looking. Remember, I'm giving this away. This is not for sale. It's coming as part of the kit. I don't sell them separately. I have actually developed myself a new version of it. This one is my finished version of the one you've just seen playing. This is the one I use now. My SD card goes in the front there. I have actually made another one where the SD card goes in the top. Again, I don't market this one. It's where it plugs in the side. But it's basically the same as that one, as you saw, but in a nice neat little box. But the SD card goes in the side just there on that one. Remember, as I've said, you don't get the SD cards with it. You will have to reboot this when you take a card out and put a card in. You should always switch it on and off before taking the card in and out. I've never damaged a card doing it, but there you go.